So hello and welcome, Veer Das. How are you doing? आप आइए बाहर आइए दिल्ली में.
गुड़गांव आया हूँ. मेरा गुड़गांव का एक्सपीरियंस है कॉलेज में यहाँ आना टू ड्रिंक.
Gurgaon has changed since then.
It's changed since then, but दिल्ली में ठेके at some point बंद हो जाते थे. गुड़गांव में 1 घंटा लेट खुले होते थे. So we used to come here as college kids, but none of this was there then.
None of this was there. Talking about change, Gurgaon has changed and so have you.
I've changed a lot.
I want to begin by saying that my first memory of you goes back to about 15 years ago. When, like I was mentioning to you a little while earlier, I saw you in this little cafe in Delhi and you had some real mean things to say about journalists. And I was like, who the hell is this guy? Like, what does he think?
I still have some mean things to say, but not about real journalists.
Okay.
So,
But the point I was trying to make was that from that to now, a full curve where I would take out time out of my weekend, leave my kid at home to go watch your show.
yeah.
You've earned that respect today, and I'm so glad
Thank
for
you.
the work that you're doing. So, yeah, good times. And what a way to start 2026. You are now directing, you're writing, you're also acting.
Co-directing, co-writing, and acting with many people. So
Many people.
Yeah.
So, after the whirlwind of 24-25, tell me about how you're feeling right now.
I am nervous as hell, yeah. थोड़ा सा disconnect है because stand-up को जो community है, people leave the house for stand-up.
हाँ.
You are accustomed to leaving the house for stand-up. So maybe you get a babysitter, you get an Uber, you leave the house, etc., etc., etc. Films, whether they still leave the house for films or not, is a genre-specific thing.
Yeah.
So you'll either leave the house for patriotism, or you leave the house for horror. But for comedy, usually people leave the house, it's for live comedy, and I'm hoping they leave the house for film comedy as well. So that's the litmus test of this film, I think.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie, I am nervous. So yeah.
But how did it come about? Tell me a little bit about the movie. Like, I've seen the trailers, I've seen a lot of the stuff, but when I saw Delhi Belly for the first time, I was like, what is this? It took me a while to understand the movie.
Yeah.
So, the similar thing
It's
is
silly.
happening
Equally
with this
stupid,
one.
equally silly, but I think, see, comedy is counterculture, no? So you kind of have to wait for culture to exist for the comedy version of that culture to exist. So, जब Delhi Belly निकली, I don't know if you remember, but cinema was very cultured and very soft. You know, there was Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, which looked amazing, and there was Parinita and Guzarish, and it was all meaningful. So then suddenly when Three Boys came, and Pot and this and that, etc., we popped. Now Spy is as mainstream as you get. We live in war, Pathan, Durandar, Tiger. So you need an idiotic, silly, stupid spy to be counterculture. I'm happy to be that idiot. I wrote this film 10 years ago.
Wow.
So I've had this idea because I saw Johnny English. Johnny English is one of my favorite movies. You know, I love like Pink Panther, Johnny English, spy comedy, detective comedy. And back then, everybody I took it to was like, but Indian spy, kaise, kahan se, what is this thing? And I kind of had to wait for this whole thing to become mainstream. And then 2 years ago, I called Amir sir and said, sir, picture hai, और अगर आप produce नहीं करोगे तो कोई produce नहीं करेगा. And then that's how it started 2 years ago.
Nice. And then I saw your post last night on Imran actually texting you to say,
Out of the
bro,
blue.
what are you doing?
It's an exact screenshot. I think Feb 2024, he messaged saying, because तब तक Amir had greenlit us and narrations चल रहे थे, pre-prod चल रहा था, so buzz was good in the trade, in the Amir Khan office कि कुछ बन रहा है पागल सा. So yeah, Imran, after 10 years off screen or 12 years off screen, texts you out of the blue. You're like, I am making full use of this opportunity. But if I'm going to get Imran Khan, I'm not going to waste Imran Khan. So it's not going to be rom-com Imran Khan. It's not going to be anything you've seen him do before. He plays international supermodel Milind Moria in my movie.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you. That's his character name. So yeah.
Talking about character names, the movie is called Happy Patel.
खतरनाक जासूस.
खतरनाक जासूस. Happy Patel, खतरनाक जासूस. उसके बारे में थोड़ा तो बताइए हमें.
So, 2 British MI7 agents take a brown baby with them to London in 1991. वो baby मैं हूँ. And उनकी जो staff है, her name is Sakubai Patel. And एक shootout होता है उनके घर में. And shootout के बीच में, because she will not stop cleaning, उनको गोली लग जाती है. मेरी माँ मर जाती है. And they take this baby to England with them. And they raise me as Happy Paisley. तो मैं एक स्वीट सा, सेंसिटिव सा बैले करता हूँ, एक शेफ हूँ जो सैंडविचेस बनाता है.
Very unlike Patel.
Very unlike Patel. And cut to present date, MI5 किसी को भेजना चाहता है गोवा में to take
हाँ.
on the mafia.
हाँ.
So I'm trained to be Indian in 3 weeks. I'm taught Hindi in 3 weeks. I'm shown lots of Bollywood movies. I'm told तुम्हारा असली नाम पटेल है and dropped into the Goa mafia to take them on. So that's the story of my movie.
So which Indian did you decide to showcase in
The
your
accent
training?
is because you know वो तो ऐसा बात करता है और मेरे को बड़ा भूख लगा है. It's if I tell you the two people it's based on camera I'll go to jail. So when we cut,
Tell us.
I'll tell you who they're based on once we cut cameras. But yeah.
Okay, I've looked at even your stand-ups have a
Yeah.
particular way in which it goes. It
Yeah.
starts like really strong.
Yeah.
Then there is a wheel that's almost blueprint now, right?
A graph, yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a wave. You'll start really strong. There'll be something really solid in the middle. There'll be a
Yeah.
lot of audience play. Then it'll end on something, which is why I came to your show. Because you will say something which will really touch me and live with me. It will be quoted later and all of that, etc.
Yeah. Touch wood. Yeah, so
Yeah,
far.
yeah. So brilliant stuff on that. I'm trying to understand. On stage, as an artist, you're in full control. You control the lights. From what I've seen and heard of your interviews, you control how audiences, sitting, how they react, from silence, all of that put together. How much of that control has actually come into that movie as
That's
well?
why you direct. Because as an actor, I love actors, don't get me wrong, but wow, you have to wait and talk about protein shakes a lot. You know what I mean? But as a director, you control the lighting, you control the edit, you control the music.
Yeah.
I've written 60% of the songs in this movie. I'm the co-lyricist, I'm the co-music supervisor, my band has done 5 songs. So I really said ki if I never get to make another movie again, I'm going to throw every good idea I have into this movie, but I'll do it my way. And maybe सिर्फ 5 लोग आएंगे, but they'll get my flavor,
Yeah.
in this movie.
So अगर ये नहीं चली तो
The nice thing is I'm also a comedian, so अगर नहीं चली I can do jokes about it. You know what I mean? That's the nice thing about my profession is the
Yeah.
disaster in your life is 10 minutes of comedy
yeah.
later in life. So yeah.
Yeah, but this is such a beautiful phase, isn't it? I'm going back to how the last couple of years have been, all the way from Two Indias to what Indian comedy saw in just 2025, to the Gen Z movement we've seen world over in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand, where is your head at? What's your read currently of what's happening around in terms of how people are, let's start with how people are consuming content.
Best smartphone audience in the world. Most democratic smartphone audience in the world.
How do you say that?
On YouTube, your dabba, my dabba, Shah Rukh Khan's dabba, same size. Think about it, right? Earlier, for us to get attention, your channel had to do hoardings and etc., etc. You had to have standees, you had to know 5 producers, you had to do all of that stuff. Now it's just a dabba on Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, Instagram. We all have the same dimensions, you and me. It's very democratic. 60-something% of content in India is consumed on a smartphone. So again, very democratic across income groups. If you think about it, right? You don't need to have a fancy setup, etc., to consume content. Durations are democratic as well. Most of comedy is consumed on reels right now. So you don't have to shoot 1 hour of comedy if you're a new comic. You have to have 3 solid minutes for Instagram. And शायद लोग आपको देखने आ जाए because of that one reel. It's never been better, if you think about it, in terms of entry point to comedy. Like when I started doing stand-up, you had to do a TV show or a Bollywood movie so people would know what your name was so that they could come and see you do stand-up live. So it
That was the playbook.
So that was the playbook. That was a घूम फिर के चक्कर मार के चलो बदमाश कंपनी करो उसके बाद लोग सिरी फोर्ड आएंगे. That was the playbook. Now you need a viral reel here. And now the film needs a viral reel as much as you do.
Yeah.
So it's very democratic. Like if you look at Happy Patel, there's not been a big press event. We've not done some dhod music launch, etc., etc. We put out 3 reels. That's it, right? Just me and Amir in a room, and now me, Amir, and Sunil Grover in a room. It's very contained because our audience are online natives.
This is funny because first you had to do movies to get stand-up, and now
You have
it's
to do
become
comedy
the
to get
opposite
people to
for
do your
you.
movies, yeah.
It's become the opposite for
I hope
you.
it works. We don't know if it works because we are one of the first films to try this kind of a self-aware in the process. Like usually, films का marketing is very देखो हमारा finished product, देखो कितना glossy है, देखो हमारे graphics. But here it's Amir and me talking about cut किसका जाएगा, edit किसका जाएगा, अच्छा निकल रही है तो क्या करें. We've been kind of open about that process. You know, the first promo he says 4 things to me which are key marketing points. तुमने हट के फिल्म बनाई है.
हाँ.
That was important to communicate. हीरो पिटता रहता है इस फिल्म में.
हाँ.
Important to communicate. तुम्हारे love track में the woman has the upper hand the entire movie. She's in control. Important to communicate.
That stayed with me.
Right? And you're a bad dancer. Also important to communicate. So through comedy we were able to communicate 4 things about a film, which is a good way to go about it.
That's smart. But Happy Patel also has, how do I say, he's a spy who's slightly off.
Yeah.
He's slightly
Very off. He's an idiot.
He's a certain misfit.
Yeah.
Then he tries to get in. He's like this outsider trying to understand things. You know where I'm getting with this,
Yeah.
right? A lot of this has to do with who you are.
Yeah.
So is this like a projection of...
I mean, everything you write is a projection, but at its core, the movie is about what it means to be Indian today. It takes every NRI trope that you have and reverses it. All his training is wrong. Every idea he comes to India with as an NRI is wrong. And India teaches him what's right. So that's very much about, the center of the movie is about what it means to be Indian.
Yeah.
In a very stupid, silly way. It's not
Yeah.
preachy, it doesn't talk at the audience at all. You know?
But that's typically you, right? You typically talk about hardcore India issues, but you wrap it up with humor.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's self-deprecating. A lot of times it's got to do with, like I said, about misfits. A lot of times it's about duality. And I'm seeing all of that sort of come together, which is why I'm asking, do you think India is ready for something like that? After having had the year that we've had in stand-up, with lots of young people, do you think India is ready for something like this?
I can't predict whether they are theatrically ready or, you know, I haven't been in a movie in 9 years. It's my first ever movie, right?
First, to nahi hai.
As a co-director, right?
Haan,
Now, usually when you launch as a director, you don't have this many eyeballs on you. If you understand, you know, I mean, directors usually get to ease into the industry. They get to
Yeah.
make a small film and
Haan.
blah, 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 blah. Mine is still a small film in terms of its budget and its size. You know, it's a very low-cost film, but it's got a lot more eyeballs on it than a film this size usually gets. So, I'm not going to claim any sort of wisdom. Like, मैं कहाँ से ज्ञान दूँगा आपको film industry के बारे में? I'm not succeeded in the film industry if you actually think about it. So,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm surprised you're saying not succeeded. I think Delhi Belly was huge.
But it was not-
Way ahead of its times.
But it was, Delhi Belly was, I would attribute that success to Amir Khan and then Imran Khan also. You know, like, people forget that Delhi Belly came out the year after Jaane Tu, I think. You know, so Imran was just, like, I remember the Vanity Van door would open and 3,000 girls were screaming everywhere we went. You can't discount that. You know, that's incomparable. You know what
That's
I mean?
you today.
There are no women screaming for me anyway. My wife is screaming at me, saying, go walk the dog and all of that stuff. But there are no young girls hormonally screaming at me anywhere.
Come on. I don't think that's
India.
the case anymore.
Not at all. I have a joke where I say, you know, chocolate boys, women throw their underwear at chocolate boys. Only one woman has thrown her underwear at me and she said, please put this in the washing machine and run it for 2 cycles. So, yeah.
No, that's good. But I'm trying to understand that, like, I keep coming back to the India concept and that being so central to what you do in terms of comedy, what you write
Sure.
in terms of films, how you want to direct, and the conversation you want to have. There's a very clear sort of a universe that you revolve around. Give me an insight into why is that? Is that you? Is that coming from a need to really say something? Is that coming from a need to protect something? I'm just trying to...
I don't know. For some reason, I've had a weird childhood, right? In terms of, I was raised in Africa till I was 8. Then I was sent to Simla from 8 to 12. Then Noida from 12 to 18. And 13 to 18. And then abroad. And then back. So, I've never really sat anywhere. And so, you sometimes if you have an Indian photographer shoot New York, he will see things that New Yorkers don't see.
Hmm.
And sometimes if you have a foreign cinematographer shoot an Indian movie, they will see things that we don't see also.
Huh.
You know,
Hmm.
maybe that's just it. Maybe you come from the outside and you see little things that people walk by every day. But um, I've written 5 stand-up specials about India.
Yes.
That's a pretty committed. Takes a long time to write a stand-up special. It is very
Yeah.
easy to write specials about मैं gym gaya, I'm fighting with my wife. You know,
Yeah.
there are many relatable topics. I, through my life, in some way, shape, or form, I've been told I'm not Indian enough, right? And so I keep writing these tribute shows to India. I hope one day I will write the show where they say, all right, Indian enough.
So it's about acceptance.
It certainly hasn't happened yet, but it's what I love to write about the most. They're all love letters to my country, all of these shows.
Lovely, lovely. I love letters to your country, but from the country also you've got
All types
सब
of
कुछ-
letters.
सब कुछ बहुत सारा मिला है आपको,
yeah.
बहुत सारा प्यार, बहुत सारा applause,
Yeah.
बहुत सारा hate, बहुत सारा cancellation,
But worth the pyar.
worth the प्यार,
You know.
and then the comeback as well. But now today when you're here, you think all that is behind completely. That's just not.
No, it spikes up now and then, depending on if it's a slow news day and a distraction is needed. Sometimes I'll.
ऐसे नहीं काम करते news channels. What do you
आप
mean?
लोग नहीं. I'm
हाँ.
saying for people who want attention, etc.,
हाँ.
etc. But it's part and parcel here. You know, the journey from being a young comic into a older comic is earlier you used to demonize the offended. Arey, they took offense, they're a big villain. And then you get a little bit older and you realize taking offense is their right as much as it is yours to crack a joke. Don't make 5 phone calls after you take offense. Just take offense and communicate your feedback. And if an artist is mature, head down, mouth shut, I'll take your feedback. That is the honor I afford you as an audience member. But then don't punish me with process. Don't make 5 phone calls. But please give me your feedback. So I no longer demonize people who get offended. I think I grew up a little bit where I'm like, oh, that's their right here. You know, if you go back to same size dabba, my Twitter account is the same dimensions as yours. You should be able to communicate what you feel about me like I say what I feel about you. I think I've grown up in that sense.
Yeah.
You know.
That growing up is the difference, you think, with other comics as well in India? It's been a rough year last few years. With Samay's case, with all of them, you just constantly feel you don't know if what was done was right.
It's not. The offense taken is you're right. The process post the offense is not right. You know, I'm in touch with all of them. Whenever a comic is in trouble in India, I get a phone call. Say, Veer bhai, what is the playbook?
You have a blueprint now how to tackle.
And I'm like, first you do this, then you do that, then you do this.
There is some 8-day keep your mouth shut rule, I heard.
Yeah.
Huh?
Keep your
What
mouth
is
shut
that?
for 8 days. A news cycle is 8 days. If you're still on the news in 9 days,
Huh.
say something. But usually you're a distraction. You're not really the issue. You'll be humbled by how quickly India moves on. Like, you know,
बहुत कुछ है, हाँ.
yeah, in the center of a controversy, you're like, अरे सब लोग मेरे बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. I am the focal point because you trended for 2 days.
हाँ.
And then on the 3rd day, somebody else is the focal point. Like I learned that with the two Indias. It was done in 14 days, 15 days. Really like a light went off, somebody went, and I was off the news. You know, so sit. Don't scream into the void. Don't react too quick. And when you react with jokes. Use your art. Like I post to India's, it's nothing to be boastful of, but I didn't do a single news interview for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? And I had every outlet in the world calling me for an interview at that moment in time from every country in the world. I just shut up and I wrote jokes, and that turned into a tour, which turned into a Netflix special. The first thing I had to say about it was a joke, which is what it means to have my job. You know, like American celebrities, there's a playbook, no? They get into trouble, then they go and cry on Oprah. Then they say, मैं antibiotics ले रहा था and I was having a bad day, etc. Just shut up, yeah. I wrote jokes. Be funny. That's it.
Samay was clearly not listening to you because he was found everywhere in the world with reels saying
No, 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 no,
something or something or the other was going on.
He went away for a bit, and the first thing he said about it was funny. I'm very much in touch with him. So repeatedly. So yeah.
Okay. I do want to talk about the year of Gen Z that I mentioned earlier on as well, right?
I'm so happy because this is a Gen Z movie.
Gen Z movie, yeah. I don't know what Gen Z means, frankly. I think this generation just is too much in the domain for no reason. But
That's our age talking. I don't know if we're the same age or whatever.
we are
but
millennials.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
we leave it there.
no, I think they are a self-aware generation, very authentic, and it's a weird thing to document and broadcast your life while you are living your life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We can't relate to that,
Yeah.
but that is their ethos. Like,
Yeah.
you are no longer going to a Veer show or a Diljit show or a Coldplay concert. You are going to document and broadcast yourself at a Veer show or a Diljit show or a Coldplay concert,
Yep.
because doing that says something about who you are and what your tribe is. That's what I figured out about them. Their tribe is very important to them. Fair enough. You know, fair enough.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own thing. Like I remember when hip hop came out when we were 10 or 11 years old, and our parents were like, "What is this nonsense? Nobody's singing." Everybody has their thing. They look at how hard our generation fought for sexuality.
Yes.
You know, that was really our.
Yeah. Nirbhaya movement and everything.
I'm saying racial equality and sexuality.
Yeah.
Very much our cornerstone issues of our generation. I think for them it's mental health.
Yep.
You know, fair enough.
It's pay parity, it's all of that.
Yeah.
But give me your two India sort of lens on Gen Z, because there's a huge thing online as well that where Gen Z, even in our neighboring countries, is overturning governments, is making sure that change happens. Look at even what's happening in Arab right now. It's all of it, right?
Yeah.
India ka Gen Z kahan hai? Kya kar raha hai? I mean, I often, and I'm not saying it as a comment, I genuinely want to know what's your read on this, because I struggle sometimes. I feel like we are the youngest country in the world, very opinionated, with lots of tons of issues.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What is this one thing that gets Gen Z together? Is it street dogs? Is it Aravalis? Is it politics? Is it education? Is it jobs? Because nothing seems to matter at the moment.
I think that if we start, but my limited understanding of it is, you can gather around the truth, right? I remember seeing young kids come together to stand up for Nirbhaya.
Yes.
Because we all knew what the truth was.
Yeah. That was millennials again.
That was
That's not
millennials
Gen Z.
again. But I'm saying there was no disputing what that truth was.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think it's easy to prove any truth right now. How do you get behind a truth that cannot be proven? It is, there are 17 different versions of everything that are paid for, trending, I just don't think anybody knows what's real anymore. And we're being algorithmed into echo chambers that say completely opposite things. But I think when one thing emerges that is true, we stand up for it. Like, okay, it is undeniable that the AQI is a problem.
Yep.
You cannot spin it either way. AQI doesn't vote. AQI doesn't do anything else. It just is. And so there's chatter around AQI. But I feel like this generation is being deprived of the truth at all levels.
Yeah, but like you said, AQI hai. But nobody seems to care about it. Nobody seems to.
I think, let's see. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful for this generation.
Okay. Tell me about next steps for Veer. I know there's a special. There's a tour that you're already on. We don't know.
There's a show called Sounds of India.
Yes.
Which is.
I hear there's some like theatrical things there, and I'm waiting for a show to happen here.
It is every sound you will hear from 3:45 in the morning to midnight in India through the day. So if you live in India, every noise that you will hear. So and it takes you across India to every state and plays their noises as well. So it is an audible experience, but it is 200 sounds in 1.5 hours and jokes about them. So, because the theory of the show is, I think all this noise pollution, if you hear it right, there's a music to it and there's a poetry to it. So I think that's the centerpiece of the show.
Nice.
So that will do a big India tour.
Ah.
Hopefully, you'll see me on Broadway soon. I have another show that I'm doing internationally called Hey Strangers. So you'll hopefully see me there. And if this movie works, I'll direct soon. And if it doesn't, I'll be doing stand-up. That's the so yeah.
That's nice. Tell me a little bit about what are you listening to? What are you reading these days?
Reading, I haven't read anything in a while, to be honest, with you, because I've just been. I was writing a book, and that took the longest time. And then I've been on this film, and it really is a bubble that swallows you. I've been listening to. I listen to the first 4 minutes of every podcast and fall asleep. So I've replaced podcasts like white noise and ambient sounds with podcasts, and I sleep on
you have
flights.
to be like the fifth person today to say this to me. What's happening?
So I can put a podcast on a flight and crash for 2 hours, but music doesn't help me crash. So I don't know. Have podcasts peaked? Do you think?
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
You had a podcast back in the day.
I had something called Podcast.
Yes.
Which was like a news comedy thing.
Yes.
I'm not doing a podcast. No chance. इतना time यार. 5 घंटे बैठ के बात करो about. I don't have it. No.
No. But music scene, something new, something fun that you've heard, since you Sounds of India is like one of those things now.
I have a couple of new musicians on this movie that I discovered. So I got sent a lot of Gen Z music, which is nice. You know Rishabh, the sitarist?
Yes.
So I've been listening to him a little bit for reference. There's a Delhi artist called Char Diwari, who his name is Garv. I've been listening to him. There's a Punjabi girl called Harleen Kaur, I think, who does Punjabi jazz.
Yes.
Hate Punjabi jazz. I've been listening to her. That's about it.
Yeah, just on music, some construction is happening on the background. So clearly, this is
Desh
lovely. This is isko bhi Sounds of Music mein jana chahiye. So we've spoken, but all of this is happening. You'll stay away from political commentary.
Come to my show. It's there.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's. I can't predict what's going to be the thing that gets everybody riled up. That's what I've learned. You could think it's going to be this thing, and the thing you never thought is going to be the problem. So your best bet is just write it and just say it, and then deal with it when the time comes. But if you second guess, you'll drive yourself insane. I also think typically if you come and see a comic, Grover, myself, Kamra, anybody, really outside of a few of us, political commentary is like 10% of our show. That's what goes viral.
Yeah.
So you assume it's the whole show.
Yeah.
But there's a kahani to our show. Yeah. There's it's a piece.
What would you like to be viral for?
I wouldn't like to be viral for anything. I've never gone viral.
Huh.
When I've gone viral, there's been
okay, what would you like to be known for? Let me rephrase that. Don't say directing and all that. Now that's a
best
sitting
case
duck.
scenario
Huh.
for a comic at least.
Huh.
I'm long dead. I'm long gone.
Huh.
But if you're still quoting 2 or 3 things that I said, that's it. That's enough. There's a comic called George Carlin, who I really like, from the 60s, 70s, 80s. Till date, he's quoted every day on Twitter by the left and the right. Same joke. And I think that's, words are immortal. So if I can create 2 or 3 phrases that outlive me, best case scenario. That's
and when do these best words come to you? Everybody has a process.
You'll tell me. I don't know.
I'm trying to understand your process. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night. I remember my early days of reporting when we used to think about P2C karne ko mil raha hai. I would wake up in the middle of the night. In my dream, I would get that this is what I should end on, and this is what the shot should be. And everybody has their own process.
I think for me, I write jokes and then I try and put my thoughts in between jokes. So a lot of times the things that, in my special landing, there was very much about patriotism and home and all of that stuff. There's a line that I say, hate is yelled but love is felt.
Yeah.
Right? Now, that is the one line everybody quotes from that special.
Yeah.
It was improvised. It wasn't written. It was in between jokes. I needed something to get from one joke to another. And it's just what I thought. So I just spoke. So a lot of times that stuff is maybe because there's a rawness to it.
Yeah.
It goes more viral or whatever. So I can never tell. I'm always wrong. Whatever I think, ye joke to kill marega, ye viral, I'm always wrong. Always. 100% wrong.
Okay. Okay, so let me do some rapid fire questions
Okay,
with you,
ठीक है.
okay? And I'll go to my. So don't overthink, just say
Yeah,
like
yeah, don't worry.
whatever that comes to your mind, okay? Are we ready? Are we ready for this one? Okay, great. Stage or silence?
Stage.
Okay. Bombing on stage or a film that's politely ignored?
Bombing on stage. I'll learn something from bombing on stage. I'd rather have that.
A joke that offends or a joke that's forgettable?
Love me or hate me, just don't ignore me. So I'd rather offend you than you forget about me.
Indian audience or global audience?
Indian
Which is
audience.
harder? Which is harder on you?
Harder and better.
Harder and better. Okay.
But
okay.
any day, Indian audience, much harder 5 minutes at up top, best 95 minutes that follow. So
Explain that?
In America, if you perform,
Huh.
first 5 minutes they're in, woo, and then by 60 minutes they're running out of stamina a little bit.
Huh.
Indian audience, we wait. 5 minutes thoda nacho, let's see were you worth this ticket or not,
Huh.
and then they'll give you 95 minutes of gold. So their energy never dies.
I call it the diesel engine.
हाँ,
We start.
गड़ 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 time लगता है,
बाद में शुरू होते हैं. Maybe Indian audience globally. For you, I would have thought that.
No.
No?
A lot of Indian audience globally, I'm their newest connect to India. So they come out and they're like, "Abhi, kya ho raha hai desh mein? Tell me na." So
हाँ.
because a lot of them have not been in a room with this many Indians in a very long time.
Yeah.
So for them, I'm that.
हाँ.
But I'll take a Mumbai audience over anywhere in the world. Yeah. Anywhere.
दिल्ली की लड़के मुंबई की बात कर रहे हैं. हम उस पर I have to come back to that question anyways. But going back to our rapid fire. Being misunderstood or being irrelevant?
Being irrelevant. I'd rather, if you're going to know me, I'd rather it be for what you felt. And if you don't feel it, I'd rather not you know me.
One emotion you use humor to avoid?
Conflict. I don't like conflict. I'm not a conflict oriented person. So if my wife is mad at me, I'm making her laugh in 30 seconds, which makes her more upset.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Because the fight's over there. But immediately I've got jokes if we're having a fight. So yeah.
Okay. One emotion you wish you were better at expressing without a joke?
I wish I was better at handling a compliment. It terrifies me. I'm not good with praise and I'm not good. So if somebody's like, I'm just like, ha, and I add a stupid joke in there to disarm it. I'm not good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest
No.
comic of our time is sitting with us right now.
Outside in Gurgaon
Directors,
construction.
Yeah. Filmfare for direction is coming up.
No chance. Yeah.
Okay, creative freedom or financial safety?
Creative freedom.
A compliment you secretly distrusted people.
When people say, when I go to America, everybody says, love that. Every time at the end of the meeting, they're like, oh my God, I love it. I love that. I'm like, I'm never seeing this person again in my life. So yeah.
Oh, it's like, let's do this again.
Yeah, let's do this again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay,
a very
okay.
like LA, New York. Oh my God, I love that. I'm like, see you. Have a nice life.
It's actually from Friends.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, okay. A criticism that still stings.
You don't know anything about India. I would submit to you that I've seen more of India as a traveling artist than many people have. You know.
Writing alone at 3 a.m. or a room full of collaborators?
For a film, a room full of collaborators. For me, writing alone at 7 a.m. I write for 2 hours a day at 7 a.m.
Every day.
Without fail.
Okay. Something you have outgrown but people still expect from you.
Some of the movies I did after Delhi Belly and Go Goa Gone.
They're still expecting that from you?
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, bro, वो sex comedy जो तूने किया था बड़ा अच्छा था." And I'm like, यार नहीं यार.
Okay, stand-up that changes minds or stand-up that can make people laugh?
If you make them laugh enough, you'll change their mind.
Good answer. Being liked or being respected?
Neither.
Loved then.
No.
Then?
I don't know.
People, women with underwears. What?
Being seen and making people feel seen. That's it. To me, that's hard.
One word you are tired of hearing about yourself.
wisdom. Some people say uske usme wisdom hota hai. I'm like, nahi re. I'm just talking.
Okay. And last one. Are you calmer than you were 5 years ago, or just you're quieter?
I've always been quiet, and I'm not calmer. I've finally getting to do some of the crazy things in my brain.
Huh.
I've been cancelled for 2 years and sat on my bum for 2 years doing absolutely nothing. I'm finally getting to work again. So I'm not calm at all. I'm ready to go.
Okay. And if Veerdas was an animal, what animal would you be?
Sparrow.
Explain.
You know, he's here. Then he goes somewhere else. Then he goes somewhere else. You're always happy to see him. Doesn't really impact your life, but he'll kind of remind you of where you are. That's it. I'm a sparrow.
Oh, nice. That was nice. That was nice. Next time I see a sparrow, you know who to remember
There
and
you go,
why.
yeah.
I have one story I want you to tell
Huh.
me about that I've heard. You apparently met your first girlfriend in
At
a
a news channel
studio.
in Noida.
What was that?
We, I won't give away her name.
Yeah.
Right, but
Is she a journalist, like right
she-
now?
I don't know if she still is, but she
Huh.
was then. And we dated in DPS Noida, and then
Huh.
I was giving an interview for Delhi Belly. And this is early in Delhi Belly in my
Yeah.
career, so nobody knows who I am. So
Huh.
Amir Imran getting all the questions, me and Kunal are just kind of chilling for the ride. And then this one journalist is like, Veer, you used to be so shy in school because I could barely hold her hand without blushing. When did you come out of your shell? So I'm like, this is live on the news. So I'm
Huh.
like, in comedy, etc., etc., etc. And then in the news break, I realized this is my first girlfriend.
Oh my god.
We were 15, 16, so we've
Yeah.
both changed reasonably since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Nice.
quite a quite a revelation.
All right. On that note, Mr. Veerdas, thank you very, very
Thank you
much.
very, very
Good
much.
luck for the movie.
Thank you.
I hope it does real well, and I hope you have all those people. You can fill up a stadium, we know, with your jokes.
Let's hope I can
let's
fill up a
hope.
movie theater.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
All right. Tell our viewers very quickly where to watch when.
Please watch Happy Patel Khatarnak Jasoos. It's in theaters on January 16th. We also are having special shows just for college kids. So if you just want to go out with no adults, we're doing 1 or 2 shows every day in every PVR where just college kids can come and watch with each other. Find your tribe, go see my movie.
On that note, thank you so much. Good luck.
Hey, thank you so much. Cheers, guys. This is fun.
Yeah?